Welcome to In the Zoom Where It Happens with our hosts, Shannon Spees and Brandon Krekel.
Hi, my name is Shannon Spees.
And I'm Brandon Krekel, and we're absolutely thrilled to have Zack, the CEO of Sunlighten, in the Zoom with us today. Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Well, we will get started with our questions. The time goes by fast. So what is Sunlighten? Tell us about who you are for those that might not know.
Sunlighten is a global health and wellness company. We specialize in light science. So we make products that emit infrared, and infrared goes into your body and is absorbed and helps you relax. It helps you improve some tranquility, increases circulation, decreases blood pressure, and overall is an improvement, hopefully, in quality of life.
We all need that, absolutely. And what led you guys to start it? What was the inspiration behind it? How did this all get going?
Back in 2000, I was working for Procter & Gamble on the pharmaceutical side. So my MO had always been to make a difference in people's lives. And my soon-to-be bride at that time was Connie, who happens to be my business partner, was also in the same division. So her brother had chronic fatigue, mercury toxicity, and he was told by a dentist to purchase an infrared sauna to help him sweat out his mercury amalgams that were in his mouth and in his body. Within 6 months, he started to feel better, and he decided he wanted to go off on this journey and begin selling infrared technology. So more of an artist, not so much in business. Long story short, we left Procter & Gamble. We came in and took over Sunlight Saunas at the time, and the rest is history.
So you mentioned the infrared technology, and I may be getting a little too into the weeds here, but what sets Sunlighten apart? I know there's a near, mid, and far infrared waves, but what is that sets you apart from other saunas?
Yeah, I love that you asked that. So we have a patent on 3 different wavelengths. So we're the only product in the world that can sell near, mid, and far. But what makes us special besides being able to sell 3 distinct wavelengths would be our emissivity. So how much infrared is going to be absorbed. We have a patent on our 99% emissivity, which means when you're taking a sauna treatment, 99% of that infrared wavelength is going to get absorbed into your body, which is awesome. So that's another aspect. Then we have cool features such as an Android control panel inside our sauna where you can stream Netflix and also push a button and get a wellness program that's based on clinical trials. And there's a lot of cool science stuff that we're doing to make the overall user experience even cooler. But those are a couple of things that just put us into a different stratosphere.
It's incredible. I know very little about infrared, so I appreciate the education there. And switching gears a little bit to our small business celebration, you and Connie have both been heavily involved in that. And this last year, you won the Legacy Award and then also the Paul White International Business Award. What does that mean to you? And what was the process, I guess, behind that?
It means so much. As an entrepreneur, there's really not a lot of validation that you're heading north. And so when we won originally the Mr. K Award, that was a big validation that, hey, we're on the right path. We're doing things right, and let's continue. And so when we won these other awards, kind of follows along. And we are heavily involved because the entrepreneurs of Kansas City, it's a very tight community, and it's very pay it forward. So I'm spending countless times whenever someone wants to talk or try to improve, we make time for them, because that's what this is all about. When I was starting out, I had other entrepreneurs that would lend a hand and help out. And, we're such an important part of the community. We have to help each other to succeed.
And that's a definite fact. And Kansas City is such a welcoming community and ready to help those local businesses. So definitely a benefit there. You mentioned Brandon mentioned the international awards piece, and some may not know that you are international. And how many countries are you in, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so we sell in more than 18 countries. But what I think is quite cool is we have offices in Binh Dong, which is right outside of Vietnam. We have a complete company set up in London that does what we do here in the United States. We also have offices in Quinsan, which is right outside of Shanghai. And then we just opened up offices in Hyderabad, India. So we do have a pretty decent global footprint, and they all play a pivotal role in where we're heading into the future.
Interesting. Such a variety of who's like your target market, and who's purchasing this technology?
Sure. Our target market would really be, let's say 20 to 60 and at different points and in different experiences, but a consumer who either wants to improve quality of life, cares about aging gracefully, to individuals that just maybe don't feel well and would like to have short-term improvements in how they feel. So all those aspects are really, really important. And in this day and age, as we fight COVID and go through all that, having a place where you can have peace and tranquility, escaping all the madness that we hear in life. Just imagine, sitting inside our sauna for 30 to 40 minutes and kind of having an escape from life's troubles. That sounds pretty good right now.
And I know some people may be thinking, well, saunas are so big and I don't have the space, but I know very well personally that you have a smaller sauna. It's called a Solo. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite products of all time. So the Solo is one of the first products we built, and it's a lie down portable unit. It weighs 67 pounds, the entire amount. So it's got two different domes, so 30 pounds and 37 pounds. And the best way to say it is you could literally lie down, have a candle burning, listen to some music, and feel like you're in a spa-like serene setting in the privateness of your own home. It's an awesome product.
And you mentioned the spa-like. I know that some people may drive by your location on a daily basis right there on 435 in Metcalf and all they see is spa. So, yeah. So you can actually go to the Sunlight Day Spa and use the saunas, correct?
Exactly. The day spa is one of the best day spas in Kansas City. We're quite proud of it, but it is funny. I think people think that I'm in the day spa industry, even though that's a really small aspect of what we do. It's a fun business unit for us to have because we get to test products, and it's a way for us to gain experience on the commercial side by having our own business that sells directly to consumers. So it's fun.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Shannon. That was okay. So maybe we're going to Sunlighten in a couple of weeks.
We can take care of you guys.
All right, cool. Well, careful how you answer this question. You mentioned your business partner and your spouse, Connie. You guys both work together. What's it like working with your spouse? I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, it's great. So I always like to share this because I think there's different types of relationships with your spouse. So I met Connie at Procter & Gamble. And when I was working with her at Procter & Gamble, I thought she was absolutely brilliant. And I was really, really impressed with her acumen and how she kind of conducted herself and with business. And so, side note, we would always talk about starting our own business and maybe investing in it together. And so the whole partnership and romance happened later. So when we went into business, I had always trusted her, and I think she had always trusted me. And I think that's a big difference. So I never really recommend a husband and a wife to go into business together. I think it's a recipe for disaster. It can be successful, but we had enough trust and respect for what we did prior that really cascaded over to what we do today.
And this is completely off the wall question, but I know Sunlighten's all about health and wellness and bettering yourself, but rumor has it there's a smoothie machine or a Slurpee machine in
we do.
Office. Is there?
We do. So that's a funny story. So it was originally a margarita machine. And so we're big on celebrate our wins. So whenever we would hit goal, we would celebrate with a happy hour or something really festive and fun. This is early on. And so each month we would have like margaritas going, after we hit our goal. So it's a big investment to buy a margarita machine. So we were like, we have to use it more than just once a month. So then we were like, okay, what are things we could do? And so we thought, all right, during Royal season, every week we'll have the Slurpees going, because I'm a big Slurpee geek. And so like we had Coke Slurpee and something probably more healthy. And then associates would just come in and drink Slurpees all day. And not really a good example of health and wellness. But if health and wellness is also enjoying yourself, right, and having fun, then I guess that's the angle we'll take with it.
Amazing. Also something I didn't know. That's so cool. Okay. So we're getting one here, I guess, Shannon. That's what we discovered. Well, we always like to learn a little bit. We've talked a little bit about your personal life. What outside of Sunlighten, what do you and Connie like to do just to relax, get away, besides being in a sauna? Outside of that, even.
Yeah, I think the word relax is an opportunistic word for our household. So when we're out of work, we have two boys. One is 14 and one is 12. I would say 99% of our life is dedicated towards our family. So we're going to swim meets, soccer, you name it. That's kind of what we're doing. I am a glorified chauffeur on taking to practices and things like that. Outside of our children, we love to work out. So whether it's lifting weights, going for runs or walks, we're foodies. I love to eat. And so Kansas City's got a great local food scene. And we're big fans into having experiences centered around cuisine. We both enjoy the theater, so we love to support our arts. So Broadway Across America is one of our favorite indulgences that don't always happen. And, similar, we love going to see Sporting KC play and going to watch the Royals and things like that. So I'd say that kind of sums up our life outside of work.
There was no time I heard in there of just relax. There was none. It's jam packed.
It's pretty jam packed, which is why time in the infrared sauna is even so much more important. If you can get a 40-minute break to escape, then it's a pretty cool thing.
Perfect. Well, you mentioned kind of the theater and the restaurants, and we know that in the past year and a half, 2 years almost, that things have been a little different and shut down for a bit. How has your business been affected during the pandemic that we're in, and how have you made changes or adjustments accordingly?
Yeah, it's been very interesting because we've seen it from all different sides. So from our day spa side, we literally shut it down for a period of time. And then we had to reopen it with concerns of, our associates are in hand-to-hand contact with customers. So that was a whole kind of different experience. That was a challenge of its own. On the infra technology side, it's created more of an awareness. Consumers are looking for health and wellness. So it's been very explosive from a growth perspective. But then on the flip side, the whole supply chain has been a complete disaster. So when you look at what's happened in China, lumber pricing, container prices, it's been one of the most challenging and daunting. So there's a lot of businesses that say COVID's been phenomenal. And I think that there's been different aspects that have been really, really, really beneficial. But at the same time, there's been a lot of huge, massive challenges that we've had to overcome. But that's kind of what I like about business is you're faced with adversity and you figure out how to run through that wall. And that is makes life interesting.
It's a great outlook to have. It really is, especially after the year we had. We mentioned it earlier. These things go by so quick. We're already at time, but we want to ask you one last question. And this is one we ask all of our guests. And, for our audience, for our members, what's one thing that you want them to know about Sunlighten?
I think what I'd like you to know about Sunlighten, what I think I am most proud about is that we are making a difference. So everyone is in business, has to make money to survive. And we're in business and we're helping people feel better. And I think that's just something that I'm really proud about is that we're leaving this world with a better footprint. And at the same time, we're trying to be as successful as we possibly can. And so I just think it shows that you can be in business and do the right things and make this a better place. And I think that's a pretty good legacy to leave.
Very well said, for sure. And on behalf of the chamber, Shannon, myself, we really do appreciate you joining us today in the Zoom, and hope to work with you again here in the future.
Thanks. It's my honor to be a part. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it.